Welcome to Beers and Bottles, Daddy. Daddy. Daddy.
You know, your expectations. You know, it's people that, you know, heavy on the trigger when it comes to, you know, policing and, you know, hard on the neck. Have you ever had a partner or one of those guys that was like hard ass, ready to?
We got fake tough guys. You know, we got individuals that want to act tough because they got a badge. But the thing is, man, I set the standard for what type of energy is around me. So they respect my energy and how I come with the community. So by the grace of God, man, I've never had somebody get out of pocket with somebody in front of me because of the strength that I have the relationship with the community. So what I like to call myself is a breath of fresh air. What I mean by that is when I show up, the community knows me. Oh, that's Bookham. Hey,
Everybody
yo, Bookham.
knows you.
We gonna talk to Bookham, man. We don't,
Bookham
you know,
mean?
we ain't messing with
What does
Bookham.
Bookham
So
mean?
it used to be Bookham Dano.
Yeah.
That was his rap.
That was before I was a cop.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy? Now I'm a cop.
Because Bookham sound like some cop shit.
It is.
Bookham
It is.
Dano.
That comes from Hawaii 5-0. That's an old show. They used to say Bookham
That was my
Dano.
shit back in the day.
Nah, you're right. Word up.
So that's it, man. I set the standard. Just like anybody, we all men in here, right? You set the standard for what type of energy or what type of actions you allow in your presence. Like, you know, when if I'm around you and your family, there's certain things you're not going to allow to be done around your kids, your family. I mean this, I say this wholeheartedly, man. I consider the community, I'm part of them, man.
Right.
So if I allow somebody, another cop, to come along and mistreat somebody that I see every day and I deal with and I have a good rapport, because guess what? This is what I tell all the new cops. I say, yo, the cops ain't gonna help you when somebody, you know, beating you down. If you got love and respect from your community, guess what? They're gonna come and be like, that ain't happening, man. That's my man, yo. He treat me good, you know? They look at you as part of them. You're part of the community.
That's a fact.
So and I've seen it done where somebody get out of pocket with me at a car stop. It just happened recently. And some dude get out the car, yo, what you doing? You being that? I'm saying, yo, my man, somebody from the community that knew me, yo, that's chill, man. Yo, he a good one, man. So that's what I'm talking about. Be a breath of fresh air. You know, it doesn't start, you know, you got to be there for the good and the bad.
Right.
You got to show love, man. You got to show love and hop out. It sounds cliche. Yo, hop out, talk to the kids. But that's where it starts, bro.
Right,
You got to set the tone.
The kids that's 12 going to be 20 one day.
Exactly.
Right.
And they're going to remember. Yeah.
But Dano, you know, we wanted to ask you this, like, what's your responsibility, you know what I mean, to the community? Not only that, and what's your response to the Black Lives Movement? Where do you fit in all this and all that above?
That's a great question, man. So to answer your first question, where do I fit in with my community? I fit right in where I'm supposed to be, where God has me placed as being a part of my community, not apart from my community, right? That's number one. Number two, the Black Lives Matter movement. What I want to say is I love my black people. I love my brothers and sisters, black, brown, you know what I'm saying?
Water?
I just don't, you know, you can't.
You drink all your water?
You can't.
I'm listening to you.
Nah. You can't.
Drunk ass, man.
You can't say that you're a movement for a demographic, but when something happens, I'll give you an example. The Memphis 5, when they beat up that black man and he died.
Right.
Where was Black Lives Matter? You know, I feel like sometimes it only matters when it's a specific scenario.
Right.
That's just my opinion.
That same
This is my opinion, man. You know, this doesn't have no bearing on my department, no bearing on any supervisor administration.
Those are the views of Dano and Dano.
Let me stop you there, Dano. Let me tell you something. When the victims, right, do something to other victims, you can't blame the victims in this totality. Meaning, we're from a certain community, right?
Yeah.
And we learn some things, right? Things happen to him, things happen to me. When I do things to him, and he do things or not, and then he might not retaliate from the things. He might be a victim from the things that I did to him. You can't blame him or blame me for the what's the name. You know why? Because we from the same what's the name, and we getting it done by the white guy.
Yeah.
Demographic. So when you asking where we at, You're only gonna do things to people that's close to you.
That's true. Yeah.
So you to say that's misleading. For you to say us to us, oh, where was the Black Lives Matter when this happened? This was in the Black community. But the difference is this right here. When we live in a multicultural community and things happen, that's where the problem lies. Not only that, right? Supporting our community, helping our community not only helps by protecting our community, but by putting things in the community to help people thrive.
I agree. 100%. Resources, yeah.
So you can say whatever you want to say as far as like, yo, we putting the cuffs on this person, we stopped this guy, and you did that guy. But what jobs did you give? Not you specifically.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
The system.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying to you is you're part of a system, right?
Yeah.
That craftmatically doesn't realistically live to support the Black guy. So if I just keeping it real, I'm being honest with the minority.
I feel you.
So I get pulled over.